Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for watching this video. Today I'm going to be bringing you my January favorites. I hope you guys had an awesome start to 2017. Thank you so much for all the love and support you've given me this month. I have a bunch of new stuff to share with you guys for my favorites. I've posted a lot of hauls this month and towards the end of December because the drugstore is just like booming with new products. So I have a lot of that stuff to share with you guys today. So let's just go ahead and get started. Okay, so let's start with face stuff. I have a few little face things to talk about. Let's go ahead and start with primer. This is the e.l.f. I think it's called like the Luminous Matte Primer. I'm not sure. I will try to link everything down below for you guys. e.l.f. no longer puts the name of the products on the product, so I don't know what this is called. I'm pretty sure it's the Luminous Matte Primer, I think. But anyways, this is a really great primer. It is just more of like a white lotiony type texture. It's kind of tacky when you put it on, but it does make your foundation stay on all day. But it's not like a drying type of foundation where it's going to make you look like you have dry skin. I really like it. It's like a very soft, almost, it's like hydrating, but it also keeps me like matte. I don't know. I really like this though, and it's really cheap. I think it's like $6. So like I said, I will link everything for you guys in the description bar below. Okay, let's talk about another e.l.f. product. This is a highlighter in the shade Starlight Glow. I also have Sunset Glow, but for my skin tone, I really like Starlight Glow. I'm wearing it today. I mean, this is an awesome highlighter. Like, and it's only, I think, like $6. And it is gorgeous. It doesn't swatch that well. That's why I decided to wear it today to show you guys. But it has a very similar tone to the Mary Luminizer by the Balm. And I mean, it offers a bunch of shine. Like, I absolutely love this highlighter. It really blew me away. It's a very soft kind of formula. Like I said, it doesn't swatch all that great, but then when you put it on, it's just beautiful. So I absolutely love this. And like I said, I do like the Sunset Glow one. It's just a little too dark for my skin tone. Okay, so for a foundation, this is going to be no surprise. This is a Sonia Kashuk Soft Focus Satin Matte Foundation. This stuff is so good. It does come with a pump, which is awesome. I'm wearing this today. I've been wearing this like all the time. I do have the shade 02 Vanilla. Beautiful foundation. It just has a very like natural type of finish. It's not super matte where it's like drying or it makes me look a little cakey. It's just gorgeous. I absolutely love it. And it's like $12.99, but honestly now that's not that expensive for the drugstore. Like Neutrogena Loreal foundations are like the same price. So you can find Sonia Kashuk at Target stores. The packaging is just stunning. It's like this ombre black type of packaging, and oh, I love this foundation so much. It's so good. If you have oily skin, you will like love it. Okay, for bronzer, contour type things. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Cushion Contour in Cafe Au Soleil. I'm pretty sure this is the only shade they have. So this is a cushion bronzer. Little girl on the front, super cute. You open it up and then this comes off. I mean, I've actually used this and I really like to use it with that little sponge. And then this pops off as well. I do kind of wish this like opened up like most cushion products do instead of lifting out, because I feel like it's just like another thing to take off and figure out a place to set it. But it's a pretty big cushion. I'm wearing this today as like my bronzer, contour. Well, I did put a little something else on the contour, but the bronzer is all this. This looks so natural. I like to use it with a stipple brush, but I also, like I said, like to use it with the sponge that came with it. It looks so natural. Let me give you guys just a little swatch. It's a warmer bronzer for sure, but once it's blended out, like, it just gives the most beautiful, like, just natural looking tan to the skin. I absolutely love it. And it's a very thin formula because it is a cushion product. So it does like set pretty quickly. It's not like you're gonna have this tacky cream on your face for a really long time. It's just a really thin formula. It stays a long time because it is, you know, like a cream product. And it just looks so natural on the skin. I absolutely love it. Now, if you do have darker skin, I don't know how this is going to work for you because this does only, I think, come in one shade. So that's kind of unfortunate, but if you are like medium to fair, and I honestly think even darker skin tones could maybe contour with this a little bit. Love this, and I think it's like $4 and it is so, so good. The cushion highlighter was okay. It wasn't my favorite thing. It didn't like super stand out to me. This really did stand out. I absolutely love it. Okay, let's do another, I was going to move to concealer, but no, let's move back to bronzing and contouring. This is the Physicians Formula Bronze Booster Matte Sculpting Palette. So it looks like this. I showed this in my haul, one of them. They did come out with like a shimmery one too, but I did pick up just the matte one. So you get like 3 different shades. This doesn't open all the way, which I kind of wish it did, but you get like a matte one, a contour, and then like a bronzer type shade. This matte powder is really nice. I love to use it to set my concealer. I've been doing that a lot, and I did that today. This is a really gorgeous contour shade. It's super, super cool toned, so I would just be really careful because you could look a little muddy, but it blends so nicely. I did use that in the contour area today. This I don't touch too much because it is very dark for me, but you know, I could always use this as an eyeshadow. These do just blend really well, and they're really soft powders, and it does come with a little brush back here. And actually, I love this brush. I use this to contour, and I even kind of like drag it down the nose a little bit. It's a really nice brush because it is angled. It's pretty thin. It's not like a very fluffy, fat brush, so it's really easy to get a nice line where you want it, but it is still fluffy enough to where you can blend it out. I really like this brush, and you know, I'm not a huge fan of things like the brushes that come with things often, but I really like that brush, and I love the packaging, love this product. I think it's super awesome. Okay, now let's move to concealer. This is the CoverGirl Outlast All Day Concealer. I do have the shade Fair. I am obsessed. This is so, so amazing. I use it under my eyes. It's a very serum-like concealer. I always do that. It's a very serum-like concealer. So if you have dry under eyes, this is going to be amazing for you because it's so hydrating. But it doesn't crease like crazy. I absolutely love it. It's this amazing formula because it's like hydrating, but it's still a very thin serum-like formula to where it doesn't settle into lines and really like crepe up and look super thick under the eyes. I do set this, but I really don't notice that much creasing. Every concealer is going to crease under my eyes. That's just the way the ball bounces. But this one does it the least amount, if that makes any sense. It's a very, like I said, it's just a hydrating but thin formula. It's not like a MAC Pro Longwear or even the new Physicians Formula one that's pretty thick. This is just a thin formula, and it does cover pretty well. It doesn't cover as well as the other ones that I mentioned, you know, like the really thick concealers, because it is a thinner formula. But because of that, it doesn't crease as much. So if you have a hard time with like dry under eyes, creasing, I think you will absolutely love this product. It is amazing. And you know, my under eyes aren't particularly dry, but I mean, this time of year, you know, it's winter, it does kind of get more dry, and I don't want it to look dry under there. So this is just awesome. I love to use this, and then I set it with this little powder. Magical. Such a great combo. Okay, the last thing for face is a setting spray, and this is the Milani Make It Last setting spray. It says Prime, Correct, and Set, 16-hour wear. Oh, this stuff is so good. It is amazing. The packaging I really love. It's the best spritzer. Like, if you guys could see that, it's so fine. I absolutely love it. It has a very nice scent. It's not overwhelming. I remember when I tried the Wet n Wild Photo Focus setting powder, it had a scent, but it smelled almost like cough syrup to me. This is just like so light and clean, and it doesn't linger. You know, it's not like you can smell it on your face all day. It goes away pretty quickly, but it smells just so nice and fresh. This keeps my makeup on all day, you guys. This is like my new favorite holy grail setting spray. I think it's just amazing. The spritzer is so nice, the packaging is nice, the price is great because it is drugstore, and it does make my makeup last all day long. And I just, oh my gosh, I love this so much. You're beautiful. Okay, let's move on to some eye stuff. I only have 2 things, no, that's a lie, 3 things to talk about. The first couple things are these Rimmel eyeshadow palettes. I did a whole video on these, so I won't stay here too long. In that video, I showed like swatches and all that jazz. I didn't really like the one in the middle, the 02 one, but the 01 and the 03 are good. The 01 is Keep Calm and Wear Gold, very basic eyeshadow palette, and then this one is 03 Grunge Glamour. This one is my favorite. I'm wearing this today. I did a little bit of, oh, there goes the little sponge. I did like this as my transition shade, this all over the lid, and then some of that in the crease as well. It's just like a pretty bronze, you know, easy look. But I love these. They blend really nicely. They're very pigmented. Yeah, you guys can check out the video if you want to see swatches of all 3 palettes because I did review all 3 of them. But those 2 are my fave. Okay, the last thing is a pair of lashes, and I'm actually wearing them today, so you guys won't be able to see them, but this is the packaging. These are the Kiss Faux Mink lashes, and I have the style in Gala. I'm wearing them today. They are like so fluttery and just awesome. I could just like pet my eyes all day long because they're so soft, but I mean I won't do that because I would look crazy. I will link these for you guys so you'll be able to see like what the outside packaging looks like because I no longer have that. I want to get more styles of this. They're so easy to put on. That is like honestly what like truly sold me on these lashes, was how easy they are to put on. Because like with most lashes, you have to kind of, you know, finagle them a little bit and they could be kind of hard to put on. These are not. They literally just like stick on, and then I maybe gotta like, you know, pinch the ends, but then I'm good to go. It's absolutely amazing. The band is pretty stiff, but for some reason I'm finding that I kind of like that. It's not like a super thick band. It's not unworkable. It's just a little bit stiff, which I really like. I feel like it just kind of fits my eye really nicely and it just hugs my eyelid a lot better than some of the more like flimsy type of lashes. These are just absolutely stunning. I love them. I think they are great. They are drugstore prices, but they're that faux mink, you know, really popular style, and they are so easy to put on, and they also don't feel bad when you wear them. You know what I mean? They're not like lashes that like will feel like really uncomfortable throughout the day. I don't wear lashes every day because I think if I would do like all of that when I go to work, my clients that I see would be like, girl, what you doing? So I do like to wear them, you know, on occasion, but when I do like to wear lashes, this is just like the best style ever. So beautiful, fluttery, soft, easy to wear. They're great. Okay, let's move on to lip products. I have 3 things to talk about. The first thing I'm wearing today, and it is the Wet n Wild MagaLast Liquid Catsuit Matte Lipsticks. A bunch of people have been talking about these. I did pick up, I think, 5 shades, but my 2 favorites are the one I'm wearing today, which is Rebel Rose. It's like this gorgeous rosy type of shade. And then Berry Recognize. This is a gorgeous berry color. Like, so beautiful. And honestly, you guys, there's a reason everyone is raving about these. They are $5, but they are some of the best liquid lipstick formula I have ever tried. I would put these up there with my Milani and my Jouer liquid lipsticks. And those are the 2 that I put in my like best of 2016 video. So if I'm saying like after a month that these are up there with like my yearly favorites, these are pretty awesome. They are cruelty free as well. So if that's something that's super important to you, definitely check these out. I've seen these at CVS, Walgreens, Target, pretty much wherever Wet n Wild is sold, I've seen these. So they should be pretty available to everyone. They are like an awesome formula because they're thin, but they still pack a punch. You know what I mean? You don't have to go over them like a bunch of times. And they're not hydrating by any means because let's get real, it's a liquid lipstick, but it's like a little something in there. If you can tell when I like put my lips together, it's not like drying. They don't flake off. They wear off pretty evenly, but they do stay on a really long time, but they're not drying. I love them. They don't like suck the life out of my lips. So I think for $5, you cannot beat it. These are absolutely beautiful. And like I said, I did pick up a bunch of shades. My 2 favorites are Rebel Rose and Berry Recognize. Okay, the next thing are these, I almost dropped something, Baby Lips Color Balms. I did a whole video on these, swatching all of them from the collection, so I will link that for you guys. So I'm not going to stay on here too long. These are great. I have 3 of them just right here, but I have the whole collection because I did swatch it all for you guys. Really great. They pack a punch with color, but they are so hydrating and just creamy and shiny. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. They have like bright shades like I just showed, but they also have some nudes, some reds, a really bright purple. So much fun. So I really love that line. Like I said, I will link that video for you guys, but those are definitely like an easy, everyday type of product that you can easily throw in your purse and just slap on whenever your little heart desires. Okay, the last lip product is this CoverGirl Outlast All Day Intense Color and Gloss. This is in the shade, what are you? Anybody? Anybody? You want to tell me? Maybe not. Maybe it doesn't want me to know what shade it is. I want to say this is like Nude Intensity, maybe? Something like that. Like I said, I will link everything for you guys. So this has a color on one side, and the color of this one is this like really peachy type of shade. And then it comes with like a corresponding gloss on the other side. So this is just the same kind of like peachy gloss. It does come off pretty clear though. I absolutely love this because it is so thin. These are an interesting product because it's not like a full-on liquid lipstick like I'm wearing right now. I would say it's more of like a lip lacquer that kind of dries down. It's a hair sticky, just the color itself. But when you put the gloss on top, the gloss, it doesn't cause the color to bleed or anything. It just adds a really nice shine to the lips. It's very comfortable to wear, and it's not thick at all, so you don't feel it on your lips. I love these, but let's get real. They're a liquid lipstick. You're going to feel it on your lips. But this formula is different. It is so, so thin that you might need to go back and forth once or twice, but even doing that, you don't get a bunch of color like caked up on your lips, if that makes any sense. This is a really comfortable formula, and I do remember that they had something similar to this, if not this, like an older version when I was in high school. I remember being like 16 and I had something from CoverGirl. I had two shades, I remember. It was like an orangey, peachy nude, but it was more like orange, and then a clear gloss, and then I had like a red berry color and a clear gloss. And I remember all of them had color and then all of them had a clear gloss, and I wore those things out. Like, I loved them. And so when I saw this, I was like, oh, maybe it's that reformulated. Like, because I loved the old ones like back in the day, but then, you know, as I try more products, I kind of like found things that were better. So I wanted to give this a try because I was like, maybe it's reformulated, you know, maybe it's newer, whatever. And I really like this formula better. It's just a little bit thinner. And it doesn't dry down super fast. Like, it's still kind of drying as we talk, like, or as I talk to a camera, let's get real. But I just feel like when I'm filming, I'm like talking to you guys. Anyways, but it's still pretty shiny. Like, it's drying down right now. So it's not gonna like suck the life out of your lips. So I think if you want to try a liquid lipstick, but you're a little nervous, maybe go for something like this. Or if you like how long a liquid lipstick lasts, but you don't like how drying it is, try something like this. It might be more up your alley. Okay, one last thing I want to talk about. I completely forgot to mention this when I mentioned face products, but this is the Loreal concealer sponge. I love this. I did absolutely hated the contour sponge. I talked about that in my bad products video. Again, I will link it. The foundation sponge is pretty good as well, but this one really, really stood out to me because of how like slanted it is right here, plus this flat part, and just the size of it, because when you do get it wet, it does kind of bulk up a little bit. But I love how slanted this is here and how fine of a point it comes to, because it makes getting under your eyes so easy. It's like effortless. And then this area is so good for blemishes because you can just kind of dot concealer on and then just dab it back and forth, and that flat edge just really makes it easy. But I also love the size of this because I often feel like with like concealer, you know, mini beauty blender type of things, they're so small to where like I literally am like having to hold it and like dab it, and then there's not enough room to turn it around and do it, or, you know, they're just so tiny that, or like, you know, my hand is a lot bigger, so they'll fall and they roll down my face and it's just a mess. This one is like still big enough that I can like grab onto it. I feel like I got something to hold, but it's small enough like up here towards the edge where I need it to be, so it can get right there in my under eye area. Absolutely love this. I think if you're going to pick up any of them, get this one and the foundation one. Again, the foundation sponge, really nice. It's just nothing that like really stood out to me. I love that one, the Real Techniques one. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's another foundation beauty blender it's good. It's good. It's not bad. It's just like, you know, it didn't knock my socks off. This one really did. I just feel like this was something different that I haven't seen before. So I really, really enjoyed this one. Okay, I lied. I have one more product that I totally just saw over here and I'm like, I have to talk about it. I can't just not put it in my favorites. This is the Maybelline Brow Brow Precise Perfecting Highlighter. This has absolutely changed my brow game. One of you commented on one of my videos and said like eyebrow goals or something, and I was like, that comment was like the best comment ever. It was the most like compliment I could ever receive. I'm like, yay, I have good brows. And honestly, I really do contribute it to this product. It is so amazing. But this product has totally changed the brow game, and I will tell you why. It is just a matte highlighter, and some people are like, girl, that's been out forever. What are you talking about? These kind of products, you know, Benefit has them. You can use any like concealer. But this is different. I have tried to use concealer, and I've tried different, you know, like cream eyeshadow sticks or whatever. This is different because of the angle. This has an angle to it, and it makes getting right here so darn easy, and you can just like easily carve out that arch with this. And then I take my e.l.f. Flawless Concealer brush and I just kind of like buff it out. Beautiful. And it blends out so easily, where I feel like sometimes with concealers it can get a little too messy, or the product is so stiff that it doesn't really blend out, so then you just have this like line across your brows. But this blends so easily, but it still does add that coverage, and it just like carves out the brow so nicely. I don't even know, it's magic. It is a magic brow product. They do have different shades for different skin tones. This is in 300 Light. Absolutely love it. This adds just a nice matte highlight to my brow bone. Like I wouldn't even have to put a shadow down if I didn't want to, but I still do sometimes. But this it carves out the brows so beautifully. And also if you're like in between waxes, or you know, you haven't plucked in a while or something, this kind of conceals those hairs so it doesn't look as, you know, bad. And also when you're filling them in, sometimes, you know, you can get pencil or cream, you know, whatever you use where you don't want it. So this really kind of helps like clean up that mess as well. Okay, now I'm really done, and that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and I will catch you guys in my next video.